What's up? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the real and reality TV. What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Listen, guys, so I said I was going to do this some time ago, and I'm just really getting around to getting it started now. But let me tell you, going back over these old episodes, going back to the beginning, where it started, to see where these people are now, it is clear that there was some acting involved in the beginning, even though they're not actors and actresses, but a good front was put on. And I would definitely, honestly say this and give credit to Melody for doing so, because you could clearly see that she was going through a lot in her marriage and her relationship, but she took a lot for the team. And when I say the team, she took a lot for Martell. She took a lot for Tisha and Marceau to give them the opportunity to showcase themselves and be on television, and took a lot for Maurice and Kimmy to get the exposure to be on television when she was going through a lot in her household from the very beginning. So to see the very first episode, season 1, episode 1, and the smile that Melody was putting on her face, dressing up, looking beautiful, honestly, but hurting on the inside. Any passive aggressiveness that she was showcasing, even that she admitted and would apologize for, because if you watch it, you will see she's done that. It came from a lot of the stuff that she was going through in her marriage. So to see people like Tisha make little snide comments about, asking her how things are with her and Martell, and, Melody's just trying to put on a good, brave face and front, honestly, but not wanting to just blurt everything out in the open and talk about everything she's going through in her marriage. To see Tisha doing the green screen interviews and say, I call BS. It's like, what do you enjoy hearing about someone else go through in their relationship because you're going through stuff in your household that you're not happy about? Because clearly Marceau was just wanting her to be a housewife. And Letitia, as beautiful as she is, because she's a beautiful woman, over the years, I could see the anger that she has for her husband because of how she has allowed him to suppress her God-given talents and abilities and education that she has received, to just relegate it down to being a housewife and stay-at-home mom. She started taking that stuff out on Melody and, her, unfortunately, cousin who's no longer here, Kiki. And I look back on it now, because even though I was watching the show, I was watching it in passing. So just going through things and seeing things for what they really are and catching stuff that I may have missed the first time, it's like, wow, that is crazy. And Melody had told Carlos, no, I don't think I want to do this, because I found out my husband, he was cheating before, and I thought he changed his ways, but I found out that he's still cheating on me. And she still came on the show. She didn't waste any time. Now, I know that they edit and things like that, so it's not like they're just filming them and then they just show everything. So not everything that was in the first episode was filmed on the same day. I get that. But in the first episode, she started showing the cracks in the relationship. And Martell clearly wanted to cover it up. He wanted to still continue to have unprotected, disgusting relations with his forever baby mama while being in a marriage with his wife, but wanting to show as if he's this successful man, they have a successful marriage. He is a great doting father, and he works really hard, but never got his builder's license, and Melody's going out and she's hustling. She said that he found some way to keep her there and proposed to her, but he preyed on her. He saw that she was a beautiful woman. She was intelligent, bright, and somehow he swept her off of her feet and he proposed to her. She said yes, and then they got married and they stayed in Alabama. So I could see the cracks in it, and she was not happy, questioning him about, why did you go to the gym at night? Why are you dressing like that if you're just going to Home Depot? Just, not answering the phone when she's calling, and all those different things that he was doing. All of this is showcased in the first episode. So clearly, I could see that the decision that Melody made to still move forward and do this show, and giving these other couples the opportunity to be on television, which is all about, being on these reality shows is all about growing your brands, your profiles, your businesses, if you have that. And Marcel wanted to be on the show. He didn't expect Tisha to flourish the way that she has or has tried. And Melody has actually tried to help Tisha in a lot of ways to not be like her, but to be your own person, to have some independence. Well, if you still want to stay in your marriage and be married to this man that really just sees you as property and wants you to take care of the kids while he goes out and he does what he wants to do, whether it's working or going golfing or possibly seeing other women, who knows, then Melody actually did try to help her in the beginning. And then so to see the comments, the little snide comments that Kimmy and Tisha would make about her, and I do feel that Melody was trying, and they actually did say that, we were friends, we would go on, travel, girls trips, all that other stuff, and now this is where it is. It's like, I could see why Melody has that wall up that she has now when it comes to everybody else, because all these years, all of those seasons, she has tried. And this is where things are right now. They would make excuses for Martell and the terrible things that he would do, but yet in the beginning, they knew that he was not being faithful to his wife. And they thought that it was funny, and they thought that it was a joke. And that's just not cool. But to this day, she still allowed them to eat off of the idea that she had for this show. When those people were never really her friends, they were more Martell's friends than they were hers. And she's a bigger and better person than I know that I could be, because I'm saying I have a big heart, and I've let some stuff slide and let some stuff go that people have done to me. But to have it on such a large platform like this, no, they wouldn't continue to benefit off of the opportunity that I created for them. But that's just me.
I wanted to talk to you about moving forward with me and my real estate license. I would be doing it just part-time, or taking care of the kids part-time.
Okay. The most important thing are our kids.
I mean, I understand that, but the problem is that I still want to do something else outside the household. Like, I just don't want to be in a household with the kids all day, every day.
This is what I said in the beginning, sweetie. Like, at the end of the day, we're not coming off the deal. We made a deal.
So
what I'm trying to say is that it's been decided long time ago. Play a role, baby.
So what's the point of spending all the money and doing all the background and getting the license if I'm not going to use them?
To me, it was for fun.
Okay.
Okay, see.
I'm done with the conversation.
Your forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. Your call has been forwarded.
That's not gonna work.
Your call has been forwarded to an...
When Martell doesn't answer his phone, when I call him, I get very irritated. And that is because when we are together, I find him answering his phone all the time. So when I call him, I expect you to answer.
What's up, babe?
Martell, I just called you like 3 times.
I was on the phone, like always, for the contract.
Oh, wait, hold up. Hold up. On the phone, but when I call, you answer when I call. Especially if I call 3 times back to back.
Babe, now how many times have I called you, you didn't answer, and...
Doesn't matter.
But then, what we just talked about the other day. When it comes down to the answering the phone, Melody, she is sometimes one-sided because she feel that, Martell, you better answer your phone. And I'm like, you better answer your phone. Just because you called 3 times in a row. Shoot me a text or don't call 3 times in a row.
Oh, no, I'm going to call 3 times, 5 times, 10 times, however many times in a row I want to call. I got a ring on it. When I call, you answer the phone. Like, what you been doing today?
I've been talking really to the city about this 10,000 square foot house that Whole Custom Homes is going to build, and also talk to them about the city about those 2 lots. Yeah. So.
That sounds like about an hour of conversation.
Oh, but it might just be with the city, but I'm talking to multiple people about different things, though. And I also talked to Kevin about the project that I got going on in Nashville. And then also the project that I got over there by Bridge Street, the townhomes, or the townhouse. I haven't got signed off on yet. So it's just different things I have to take care of. It is not just with Holt & Hope. Got a lot of different things.
It's important to have boundaries in any relationship. Forget what you see other people putting up with, or you see them accepting, or you see them taking. This is Melody Holt. To be honest, I find myself feeling like overwhelmed. It's like when we started Holt & Hope, it was you and I. We were a team. We were out there we're getting it together. That's right. We were out there getting it together. And now I feel like we've gotten to this place, and I don't feel like that team is there at times. You
talking about the 2 of us?
Yeah. I feel like a lot of stress and a lot of weight falls on my shoulders. And I find myself putting out fires all the time.
Which is great, which is your...
No. I would determine if that's great or not.
All right.
And in the beginning, Holt & Holt was supposed to be Martell and Melody Holt, and I feel like Martell just is not as involved as I expected you to be. So, and Tisha, you guys are big on the whole role thing.
I didn't know that going into our marriage.
If you knew that, would you have still married him?
I don't know.
Oh.
We just didn't have that conversation.
But if you
about
had had that conversation, you very well may not have said yes.
Right. And it would have been the biggest mistake of my life because I love my life right now and it works for us.
It might have been bigger than the biggest mistake of your life.
Jesus.
Oh, Tisha's so sweet. I could never be Tisha. We're totally different. Submission is necessary in a marriage, but she's a lot more submissive. Sometimes because of how people have kind of conditioned themselves, some things are okay and acceptable. I'm not the type of woman who would ever accept that. I think that this is good conversation, though, because I feel like when people get married, you're all excited, and no one is talking to those potential couples about, well, when this happens, this is what you do if and when this happens. You know what I mean? So then it ends up hitting marriages like that. No one's talked to them about this is what you do when this happens.
Just decide that this is not going to break us, and we're going to stick to it. Otherwise, you'll say, this is my tipping point. It's a choice.
So, Marcel, you seem to be the one who's like, committed. You stay committed. Do you think there's a deal breaker? And if so, what's that? What's the deal breaker?
Well, I haven't even thought about deal breaking because I haven't thought about breaking a deal, you know?
It's different for everybody. Like, if I found out that Marcel was cheating on me, I would leave him. If he was being disrespectful and calling out my name, verbally abusing me, that's a non-negotiable for me.
What's your breaking point?
We don't have one. Can we talk about something else?
So you don't have any non-negotiable?
No. My wife is
So
fine.
Mel can do whatever she want to do, and you're
Yes.
all good with it.
Yep.
That's
So she
true
can
love?
smack you.
She has.
She can.
She has, yeah.
Why?
It probably was because of that shut up.
Oh!
That deserved the slap.
You know what? Well, I was
That
looking.
deserved the slap.
I actually ducked because I thought it was coming. Oh God, it's coming, man.
Martell is very arrogant. He likes to try things, test the waters. Let me see if I can get away with this. Let me see, you know.
I don't test the waters on things, but go ahead.
You don't test the waters? No, your ass jumps in the ocean. So,
What's your non-negotiable?
okay, well, I'll go first. Let's say that Martell decided he wanted to go out and cheat. And let's say I decided to give Martell a second chance. And Martell continued to cheat and continue to do so in a disrespectful manner. And by disrespectful, I mean anybody is calling my phone
There's
or
a
texting
respectful
me.
way to cheat.
Well, it kind of sort of is now, I've learned. See, this goes back to those conversations that people don't have with you before you get married.
Okay.
It's one thing if you're cheating and your partner never knows, isn't it? Right? There's one thing if you cheat and you don't really give a damn. And it is what it is. I'm not gonna change. This is me. It's fun. This is what I wanna do. At that point, you kind of got a little arrogance and a little real disrespect going on at that point. And that's when you be like, deuces.
Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.